Hey loves, hey loves. So we have present energy, heartache and loss, right? We have heartache and loss. For some of you, or for anyone watching this video, might have come across recently or is presently feeling some form of heartache and loss, be it romantic, be having to do with family, friends, your kids, your working environment, just it could be recently or it could be way back, but you have this heartache and you have this form of loss that you're carrying this energy with you that has caused you to feel pain, hurt, dismay, dysfunction, imbalance. So with experiencing this heartache and loss, in whatever connection that is, which is a 3, you have decided to go on a new journey, a new way of living. This is the Joker. This is this card. I have marked this card. So you have decided to live different. You decided to, take a risk, after this experiencing this heartache and loss. You've decided to change your ways and how you do things, possibly change your location, your environment, possibly change who you deal with, who you're close with, change the kind of people, possibly not being close to anyone anymore, yeah? Plus just taking a risk in whatever form after experiencing this form of loss or heartache, in whatever form you experience that, that caused you to go in, that caused you to feel intense pain, that caused you to feel alone, yeah? So you are now living differently. You have the Joker, a new journey. It's caused you, it's inspired you to go in, live differently, go into a new phase, take a risk. It's caused you to look into your potential and recognize your potential more. It's been a catalyst for awakening your potential and seeing that there's tons of opportunity out there. There's different ways of doing things, and you have had a new beginning. Yeah, presently or recently have had a new beginning, possibly starting your own business, taking your hobby or your talents or your gifts into the form of business and serving others, possibly starting a new job, a new home, or even leaving a relationship and starting a new one after being betrayed by someone else, or you and that person not in alignment with each other. It doesn't have to be betrayal, but you're just not clicking, yeah? So presently you are on a new journey, everything is fresh, everything is new, how you're doing things, yeah? And you possibly change location too, yeah? So this heartache, we have the Joker, we have the Jack of diamonds, yeah, and possibly someone even who is very young, or just a new friendship has helped you to deal with this heartache and loss and help you to go on a new journey. And we also have the Jack of Hearts here, so it's possibly a fresh a new beginning of feelings with someone after this heartache and loss, a new way of feeling, a new way of tapping into your heart, it still works, yeah? A new way of being emotionally connected, or a new phase, or a new offer coming into you, or has recently came into you, or presently coming into you, a new offer, yeah? After this heartache and loss. So for present energy or recent past, however recent that is, we have the Ace of Spade for obstacle or advice. So after these new insights and realization from this heartache and loss, you've discovered, you've taken action in whatever way you did after this heartache and loss. You have also had some new insights and realization, possibly about the people you've been dealing with, possibly learning more about yourself, possibly learning about more about your purpose here on earth, your journey or whatever. But you've had some new insight and realization, new understanding of how to handle things, new understanding about people's nature and whatnot. So with this, are you going to let it discourage you from moving forward? Because you've already taken the steps, because there's a diamond here, so you're taking practical steps. Are you going to let it prevent you from moving forward? All you've discovered put fear into you, or are you going to go ahead and move forward? Because these new insights and realization can be very much a plus for you, yeah? So it is all up to you what you want to do, if you want to make it be an obstacle or a solution. So at the bottom of the deck for additional message, this heartache and loss may have caused you a lot of burdens, responsibilities, possibly debts, problems, just feeling like you have the world on your shoulder. We have the 10 of clubs here. This heartache and loss, may have just added, salt to a wounds you've had for years and weeks and months, possibly 10 months, 10 weeks, 10 years, 10 days, possibly added salt to that wound. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to fold, are you going to be discouraged, or are you going to move forward? But we have a 10 here, so the 10 is the ending of a cycle, yeah, and it's a new beginning. So you have new beginnings right across the board, yeah. So take that new beginning and soar into your highest best self. Every experience is a vehicle to help you be your best self, draw on those inferences and experiences, So for near future energy, we have emotional withdrawal, right? We have emotional withdrawal, and the 3 cards surrounding that is the Queen of Spades, the 2 of Diamonds, and the 3 of Spades. Yeah, so I take it that due to that heartache and loss, you have emotionally withdrawn, right? You have emotionally withdrawn, you have spent time to go within and think about your situation, think about your life thus far. You have spent time to think, to make your moves, calculate your moves, what's the best step. And for some, because this is the near future energy, you are moving away from being withdrawn after going in, because 8 is movement. So you're possibly moving away now from being emotionally withdrawn. But for some, you are still emotionally withdrawn going in. But for those who are still emotionally withdrawn in the near future, you need to speak your truth. You need to cut the ties that you need to cut, But for those who do speak their truth in the near future, you are going to move forward, cutting ties that are not in alignment with you, speaking your truth, and just, communicating clearly, and just standing up for yourself and drawing on your experiences, right? So it's possible that you may have help to help you to be your best self after making the efforts yourself to redeem yourself and your life and to have balance, yeah? Possibly from communication from any sign, but specifically Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or any other sign with an energy of straightforwardness, the truth, very good at communicating, you know, very good at socializing. So in the near future, we also have the card Two of Diamonds surrounding this emotional withdrawal. So for some, you are juggling and trying to go into withdraw to balance your energy, because two is balance, yeah, trying to balance your energy, or you're working alongside someone to balance that energy who is kin to you, you know, or who you have some form of bond or connection with. You're working together to figure things out and get things balanced, yeah. Or for some, you need to do as much as you can to juggle, to hustle, to balance even your own energy. Find so many different means and methods that there is. Meditating, you know, going outside in nature, you know, speaking your truth, writing your truth, you know, going out there and just being your best self, so you can hustle to come back to the balance that you need to be. And if it's finance, if you have to do added jobs or, you know, whatever, to get back to the place that you are. But for some of you, you're already doing that and you're really waiting on your results, you know, to get your life to the place that you want to. But for some of you, you are still emotionally withdrawn in the near future because of misunderstanding on miscommunication with those connected to you, those you have a connection with. Three is connection. You are still withdrawn in the near future because you're still hurting, you're not healed as yet, which you need to take your time and heal. But you also need to make sure that you are making the steps to heal and recognizing that you too play a part in your movement forward, yeah. So for advice or obstacle is that in the near future you have happiness. After emotionally withdrawing, you're moving from that. You're moving from your past, heartache and loss, and you have happiness. You have wealth in your connections. You are building better connections. You have happiness. You have unity of acknowledgement, yeah, in your near future, however near that is. Could be 1 minute from now, yeah. You have a completion, starting with a new cycle where you have happiness. You know, you have happiness. You have togetherness, possibly going into a relationship, possibly starting a new relationship, possibly starting your own family, or at least thinking of doing that. You have health, you have composure, you have fulfillment, yeah. So at the bottom of the deck for near future energy, emotional withdrawal, we have the Five of Clubs. So this is saying that there will be a change. You might have competition in situations that you have that caused you that heartache and caused you to emotionally withdraw. You might have disagreements with people, right? But you have to also make sure you stand firm, stay focused on aligning with your best self, stay focused on doing right by you. You might have to defend yourself. You might have negative energies deflected at you, but stand your ground and don't forget what you've been through, and the goal is to be your best self and be in alignment with yourself. So at the bottom of the deck for the oracle cards, we have temptation, and it's a 15. And in order to have harmony, 1 plus 5 is 6, so that's harmony. So in order to have harmony, you have to resist temptation, yeah. And for some of you, the reason why you had that heartache and loss is because of some form of temptation. You gave in to it, or someone connected to you gave into that connection, that temptation. For some of you, yeah, that's your reading. The time is up.